Welcome back, and still we're talking about the current situation in Gaza and the Israeli attacks on the innocent civilians. Well, when we talk about the role also of the media in general, especially the social media, and we have seen many of the people around the world, actually, they are against all what is happening in Gaza, and they are supporting the civilians or the innocent civilians. When we talk about the role of the social media over the phone, we have Dr. Magda Bagnied, and she's Professor of Media and Communication. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning, Doctor.
Good morning to you. I hope it's a peaceful day. Wishing the world a peaceful day.
Thank you, Doctor. And to start by talking about the impact of the social media, especially now the most important part when you are looking for the real situation that you can see people, you can listen to people, and you can hear it from different points of view, and you can hear to both sides. Not only you are listening to what they want us to know, we are listening to the people themselves. How far this is important now?
Well, this is a current issue which is ongoing for several years and many years. I mean, we've grown up and the Palestinian problem is there. Is it solved? No, unfortunately. Why? Because there are powers behind what is going on. And also people who have the decision, which is not, I'm not talking about us in the Middle East and Arabs and Egyptians, Muslims as well. The problem is that it's the misconception, or maybe using a misconception to tell them the story in a different way. This is very dangerous. I mean, I'm talking about the power itself. They are using the power against civilians. And at the same time, your role here is limited because sometimes you want your voice to be heard on the other side of the globe, as we say. But it does not reach the people unless you have people there, they know the situation. If they are Egyptians, Arabs, Muslims, they know the situation. But I'm talking about the U.S. here media. Now, it is controlled as, this is something which everybody would know. It is controlled, of course, by Jewish there. The power of the Jewish there is very, very strong. Talk about the media, the social media, even movies, whatever you can put. The problem is that we do not know how to reach and to check this kind of misconception. Now, we as Egyptians, Arab and Muslims, we are not against the Jews, quote unquote. We are not against the religion because part of our religion is to believe in Judaism and Christianity and Islam, of course. But the problem is we're talking here about the Zionism, okay, the movement itself, talking and killing and giving an idea that these people have no right to live in their own land. Why did we send the message and the message is not gone through? Sometimes we try to use the social media and they try to stop you. You talk about it and they try to cut you. But I remember something. What we have to know, if I'm talking about the U.S., because I lived there and I studied there, and part of it was studying the problem of the Middle East, and so that trip to Jerusalem. And I did spend almost a quarter of my life in the U.S. The problem is that these people will not listen to you, but when they hear you, when you're talking to civilians, when you're talking to the people, the American people themselves, they would listen to you. And I remember I said the CNN and others, they are attacking us in the wrong way. There is a misconception. You know what I got when I was talking in universities, at that time? You know what happens? They say, Amen, we believe in what you're saying. They know that they lie. They lie. And who is here to correct? We have a very big mission to correct what is going on, but not through social media because they can cut you. This is the problem itself. And at the same time, let me give you another side. Usually in the United States, they are not really interested in foreign policy. Meaning what? What is happening in America itself is what is important to them. This is how the people there would like to know. But talking about outside, it's a continent. America is a continent. So if I'm talking about the country itself. Now, you talk about it and it's not the concern, and nothing is being explained. And even when you get people to talk, they are not telling the truth. That's the problem. You're not telling the people what is going on, the true story. So we have a problem here. We, in the Middle East, We have to do something about it to explain to the people what is going on the other side. Yes, I'm with you.
So, talking about the media and talking about, yes, of course, when we talk about, for example, TV channels, and we all know how they are directing and controlling this kind of media. But when it comes to the part that we have many people in the area over there, and they are trying as much as they can to bring you a live coverage of what is happening. And again, we are talking, for example, just as we have seen here when we talk in Egypt, we have seen now the transparency of the leadership and how they are trying as much as they can to reflect the current situation, the real challenges, and usually you are part of what is going on. And this is, again, is very, very important because, as you mentioned, when we talk about the new generation, we understand completely that the leadership or the international leadership, they are directing to the side or to their own benefits, and they are supporting Israel. And on the other side, we can see many of the international community, I'm talking about, again, the citizens themselves, they are against what is happening, and they are against the leadership. And they always believe that if you are giving the right to Israel to defend themselves, against who? And the point is that they are killing innocent people. So these people also, they have the right to defend themselves as well.
I agree with you. The point is that there is a misconception. We have to clarify many things. And also, if you still have, I'm talking about even the news. If I talk about Fox News, for instance, they go off the line, And the point is people would listen because they do not have enough information. We're not backing the things that is taking place, here. They do not convey the message. It's a problem. And at the same time, we have to know that we have a strong war that we have to go through. I'm not talking about literal war, but even I'm talking about the concept itself. And as long as you have the power, also we have to boycott some of the things, I'm talking about products even simple things, like, drinking some of, the tea, coffee, whatever, which every penny would go to the Jewish side. And for us Arabs, as if we're not there. And this is too much, this is genocide, killing, and nobody to stop it. And it's time that we here, we have a power here, the people here, they can talk about it, but not using the social media because they can cut you off, We need to send messages to these people. They have to know. We have to have more talks about what is going on in the Middle East, and they have to know what is going on because this is not the truth. And unfortunately, you see kids are paying the price for that. We're not talking about elder people. They are shooting kids. This is too much. When you see a picture of a child just saying, Ya Rab, God, 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 you get your tears. It's hard. It's very hard. And we have to do something about this.
So also, when we talk about another important part, the awareness of the people, just as you mentioned, because what we reached when it comes to IT in general is really scary. What the technology is being able to do when it comes to all these developments that took place. So again, we're talking about the importance of also not following any rumor, and on the other side, searching for the one that is official to take the information from.
Rumors. We're talking about rumors here, and they believe it, and they take it. Even our people who would like, I'm talking even about people like figures, like even Muhammad Salah. If he talks, people are worried that something might happen to this guy, You do not know how to reach and to tell the people what is going on. And we have to use the power of the people there. We have lots of people living in the United States. We have to do something organized. And if you see some of the videos, there are lots of riots going on throughout the United States. I'm not talking about Washington area. I'm talking about universities even. So people have the awareness and they are ready to listen to you. They could see that. They are ready to listen to you. We have to have an organized ideas to be sent to. We have to do something about it. Because on the other side, they give you a deaf ear. You're talking, they don't listen. You say, this is the problem. And we have the right. This is our land, our area, our people. and we have to defend them. On the other side, they say, no, this is a taboo. You talk about Israel? No. You don't talk about it, and then you will pay for it. And this is wrong, you know. And our media should do something about it if we can, of course, and other methods as well. Boycotting. I think so. One of the things would be boycotting the product. As simple as that, because we know that they are lying. Their heads are lying. Heads of states are lying there, and we know that. Not only in the United States, but Western Europe, even some of them. But on the other side, when they understand, things change. They can see the picture really. So we need much more effort, because they want to put us in another war, and we're not ready for that at the time. We're ready. I mean, if I was talking about the arm and so on, army, thank God we have a strong army, one of the best here. I'm talking about we have the latest technology in the army and so on, but we do not want to have more killing in the area. They do not have the right to look even for Sinai, to move the people to Sinai. This is our land, and they have the right. Palestinians, they have the right to live in their own land, and this is a must. But to push them this way, this is criminal, the criminal of war, genocide again. We're talking something which is very serious. So I think so we have to do something about it, whatever, even if it is something simple, but the message must go through to them, not only by one program, by many things. You know what I'm talking about. You're here, you're a media here, but we need much more than that. We need to send messages to people. You know, I'm just thinking on the spot, you know. So,
well, you know, doctor, whenever we look around and we see how people now are very much attached to all means of social media, again, it's really very, you know, it's scary, because the point is that, again, as you mentioned, sometimes the words, these words that are mentioned, they can, just like a war, it can kill people, it destroy the lives of many people around. And again, there must be a stand or a situation where we can all work together and collaborate also in according to the different situation, to be able to confront such a weapon that really can reach people all around, actually.
Also, another point, we as Arabs, we have to unite much more than that. It's not only Egypt taking care of the situation and Jordan and some countries. But the problem is that we have to unite. They say, unite, we stand together. But you stand alone, you would fall. Now, this is things we have taken even in schools, you know, to teach them. You have to be strong enough. You have to have your message, and your message must go through to these people, but not to be quiet about it. You know, we have our power in the Middle East. We are here, Egyptians, taking care of many things. But also on the other side, we have to do something. Boycotting may be one of them. You know, we have to do something about it, because if you be quiet about it, I mean, Gaza and so on will not be there. Palestinians will not be there. I mean, they are killing in the day. And even buildings, if you see some of the movies, I mean some of the coverage. And we have seen how CNN, one of our Egyptian ladies was talking, and how she was almost abused. But Americans would listen. The citizens there, some of them are innocent enough not to know what is going on. I'm not talking, the politics is playing a role there. But at the same time, we need to tell the people what is going on. I think so. And this is our right. And we are not against Jews, we are against the act of Zionism. That's what I can tell you.
Dr. Magda Bagnied, Professor of Media and Communication, thank you very much for joining us. I guess with this, we come to the end of our breakfast show for today. Thank you all for joining us, and stay tuned for more coming up on Nile TV International.
Thank you.